Hey everybody, just wanted to share a story that really touched me yesterday. So last night was the wedding of a really close friend of mine. A buddy from high school made a wedding for his daughter, first one from all of our friends that age that did it, and I was really pumped to go to the wedding. Like, can you imagine? So I was in St. Louis Wednesday night speaking, so I booked a ticket from St. Louis to Miami, where the wedding is. And it was like a little bit complicated. There's no direct flight, so I had to stop in Detroit. There's like an hour in between, cross this massive airport, catch the Miami flight, land at 4, jump in an Uber, change, get to the wedding at 5:30. Like, it was going to be an intense day, which I was pumped about. So I get to the airport, flight's 8:45, all good. Flight's on time, check the app, sitting at the gate. And I notice as soon as I sit down, flight gets delayed. I'm like, okay, it's cool, 9 o'clock, still got plenty of time, I'll just race it, I'll run faster. Boarding's supposed to be 8:20 for a 9 o'clock flight. 8:20 comes and goes, 8:30, 8:40, 8:50. 8:50, I get up, I go to the gate agent, I say, what's going on? And I look outside the window, and I see there's no plane at the gate even. She's like, we don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? You're Delta. She's like, yeah, the plane's here, just in the terminal over. Just something's wrong with the plane, they won't bring it over. I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm sitting there 9 o'clock, 9:05, and at 9:05 my heart drops. Because the flight, which is supposed to leave at 9, and the board says 9 a.m. to Detroit, all of a sudden it says 11 a.m. to Detroit. Which gets in at 1:30, which is an hour after my flight takes off to Miami. And I'm like, my heart just dropped. So I called Delta, and I'm like, I need your help. I got my buddy's wedding in Miami. I don't know what's going on here in St. Louis. I got to get to Miami tonight. And they're like, we got it. They really were great. They got the supervisor on the phone. No flights leaving Detroit to Miami that I can get on. They're like, we're booking through Atlanta. No flights leaving from Atlanta. Every flight that's going to Miami yesterday was oversold. Everyone's going to Miami. Everyone's going to Fort Lauderdale. There's nothing. They call up American Airlines for me. They feel so bad. American Airlines is like, we have not one seat. The guy calls me and goes, sir, we've tried everything possible. We can't, there isn't a seat available to get you to Miami tonight. We're so sorry. What am I going to do? I got to tell you, I was really upset. I was like, I'm sitting in the airport, now I'm booked to go to LaGuardia. And I remember the story that Rabbi Arush told over. I was at an event with him a bunch of weeks ago, and he told over the story about this woman who came to him that didn't have kids for 10 years. And he said to her, I'm going to give you advice, but you're not going to like it. And she goes, I'll do whatever you say. He goes, I'm going to tell you you're not going to like it. And she goes, I'll do whatever you say. He goes, you haven't had a kid for 10 years? She's like, no. He goes, I want you to go home every day for an hour and thank Hashem for not giving you kids. She's like, what? It's like, yeah. God doesn't know what he's doing? God's like, you know better than him? He throws you a challenge and that's like a problem for you? Have a little bit of faith that he knows what's best for you and he's giving you what's best for you. Go home, sincerely thank him for your challenges. And she did. And as he tells it over, a year later, she had a kid for the first time. So I'm sitting in the airport and going like, you know what? I don't run the world, but I'm really upset. Like, I wish like I could just snap my fingers and like be totally cool. Maybe one day. Not there yet. So I'm in the airport going, thank you. I'm like talking to myself, but I was talking to myself. So I put in my earpods, you know? I love Apple. Now I can pretend I'm talking on the phone, I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to Hashem. So I'm literally sitting in the airport waiting for the LaGuardia flight going, thank you Hashem for making me miss my flight. Thank you Hashem for making me miss my flight. 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. I'm just hanging it go. And you know what? It's getting in, honestly. It's getting in. I'm like, thank you Hashem. Thank you Hashem. And it's getting in. I'm feeling a little better. And between me and you, I'm like waiting for like the moment. I was like, I'm gonna get on the airplane and some guy's gonna fall out and I'm gonna catch him and then I'm gonna sit next to him. He's gonna thank me and then I'm gonna realize that guy's brother saved my life and my grandfather in the Holocaust. It's gonna be this great story. I'm like waiting for like the big reveal, but it doesn't happen. I just get on the airplane, just lands in LaGuardia. I Uber home. I go back to the office, and the whole day. And you know, like whenever you miss something, you're like, and you know, at this time I would have been here. You ever do this? Or you're like, now it's 12 o'clock. I would be on the airplane. I would be landing. I'd be in the Uber. I'd be showing up to the wedding. You know, like your whole day is like what would have been. But every time that happened, I'm like, thank you Hashem, thank you Hashem, thank you Hashem, thank you Hashem. My day yesterday was me reiterating in my brain, thank you Hashem, until finally it started to really feel real. And it really helped. So I get home, and when I walk in the house, my wife says to me, Charlie, somebody stopped by the house today and gave you a package. I'm like, they hand deliver what package? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, you waiting for one? I'm like, no. She's like, well, he came by, great guy, came by, and he handed me a package. And I go to the dining room table, and what's waiting for me on the dining table is the following package. This. And I open it up, and here's what I find. Stuff. Paraphernalia. Stickers. Phone things. And you know what the whole theme is? Thank you, Hashem. An entire bag of stuff. Thanking you, Hashem. And then the ultimate. The baseball cap. With the Coolio little back here. I love it. With the crown. You know, the hashtag crown. Look at that. Waiting for me in my house at night when I got home last night was a little kiss from Hashem saying, thank you, Hashem. You know, sometimes in life we want everything to work out our way. And it doesn't. And we choose to be upset or to believe in God more. And we double down on Hashem. And we're waiting for the big reveal. We're waiting for the moment that's going to be the story, that everything's going to work out. And sometimes that happens, and sometimes it doesn't. But there's a lot of times in between. There's a lot of times in life where God sends you a little bit, a little coincidence, something that goes a little bit differently. And He wants us to recognize that He's there. He can't constantly reveal Himself. But He wants you to know that I'm there with you. And trust me, if I took something from you, it's because I love you and it's what's best for you. It's not easy, especially for the big stuff, but especially when we talk about the little things in life. When we hit challenges, even little things, if we allow ourselves to thank Hashem, to trust Him fully, to feel that I am in His presence and He knows what's best for me, even in the things that I don't get. Many times in life you look over and you just see it a little bit. He doesn't give you that big hug, He gives you a fist bump and some cool swag. But when you live your life looking for it, that compounds time and time again. And you wake up one morning and hopefully you walk the streets, and whether the day seems great or the day seems challenging, whether it's sunny or cloudy or rainy, we look up and with the most sincerest heart we say, thank you, Hashem.